Good evening. Hope you are all well. Just check we are live. It did it straight away this afternoon. It's not going to play ball this evening. That's telling me I'm live. So why is this not telling me? I'm on Facebook. Yay! There we go. Right, get rid of that. Hello and welcome. My name's Lisa. I'm the face behind Lisa's Loft, and I'm here to inspire you with all things papercraft. I do a live twice a week, normally on a Thursday. I do one at 1 o'clock in an afternoon, and that one I usually do a card or a couple of cards. Today we did a card and a wall hanging, and then I do this one at 7:30 where we do a scrapbook page or something similar. I've done a little mini album before and little things like that. Sometimes I switch it up, but you know, as a rule, that's what I go for. Right, so this evening we're going to be doing a scrapbook page using the beautiful Bloom's Boutique suite from the current catalogue. Gorgeous suite. It's what I've been playing with all month, and I've got an idea in my head what I want to do. I've got 4 photos here, and let me turn the camera. I'll switch the camera. So I've got 3 photos here from when Louise and myself. Louise is a very good friend of mine, who used to be my upline. Went down to Emma Goddard, who is another very good friend, who is now my current upline, to her summer retreat. That was a photo that was taken at the end of the retreat of all of us. But then after, we went for a walk along the seafront, because we hadn't been, and Emma said she'd take us down and we could have ice cream and that, just to make a bit more of a day of it. So these are the 3 photos that I've picked out from when we were down there, which I'm going to use for this page. My other photos I've ordered today. I hadn't actually had them printed out. I don't have my own printer for photos. I know that that's silly of me. I should do. It's going to go onto the Amazon wish list to get myself a printer. So that one I'm going to do hopefully next week, a page with photos of the day on, the crafting day. And the summer retreat, we actually use this suite app, which is why I thought it'd be nice to document this event with this suite. So I'm going to pop that one aside until next week. And I've got these 3 that I want like this. And then I'm going to have journaling down here. But my thinking was, rather than splatter, because the idea I've got is to stamp some background and then stamp flower outlines onto some of the papers and die cut them out. So it's almost paper piecing, but not. It's a variation, you'll see. But I will want some background. And I thought, rather than splattering, could use the mask and a blending brush. And I first pulled out the dotty mask and thought I could do some of that round. That'd be nice instead of the splats. But then I thought, being as we've got the sea, and the whole day was by this near the sea, I would actually bring in the water one. And it'll go more with these photos, but it will tie in and cross over onto the other one. So that's what I'm thinking. There is method in my madness somewhere. It'll all make sense eventually, I'm sure. But we're just going to do the one page for today until I've got my other photos. So I'm just brought in my glass mat because it's better for blending. I'm not going to be doing the whole piece, so I'm not too fussed if it right or not square on. I am going to be using Barely Blush, I think, for this. So I'll bring in, I have got a brush that's just for Barely Brush. Do they? They do still move a little. They won't move so much on there. But because it's such a pale colour, I have got a brush just for this colour. So I'm just going to add a little bit and lift it up to see. Oh, you can see. I weren't sure how much you would actually see. Perhaps can't see it too well on camera, but I can see it from here. And just turn it a little and go again, just so I get some of that variation in the pattern. And that's nice, with it being layered on top of one another. I'll do a bit up here, like so. And then I want to go off the page because I don't want it being too much as though I've just done it in corners. And I'm really spacing it out so it fades out. Lovely. And then we'll have a bit down here. We've got like 3 bits, which I think will be enough. But we can always add some more if we want to. Because thinking about it, I might want some where my journaling's going. Another bit. Just want some little bits in the background of the journaling. It's almost, it ties into that other piece. Not quite. They slight. I don't know if you can. You might be able to. Might be able to see. But yeah, I think, and maybe just a little bit here in the middle. But, just so I haven't got 4. Yeah, I'm happy with that because it's not central. There's no passing to it. It's very random. So I'm good with that. So like I say, we can always add a little bit more later if we need be, but if we put too much on, we can't take it away, can we? Right, just give that a wipe. I have got my cloth that comes with the mat, glass mat, but I haven't wet it. Just got my chamois that's wet at the moment. Right, so photos. We'll have my photos are something like so. I'm journaling down here. I'm all a bit odd, I think. We'll see. Right, so what I'm going to do is do a bit of stamping on the background. My leaves and stuff like that, and then just stamp the flowers out after.
Sounds like you're working on a crafty project. What kind of leaves are you planning to stamp?
Alexa, stop. Sorry about that. That wasn't meant to happen. I didn't ask for her input. Right, so we've got some leaves, a couple of kinds of leaves that we can do. Grab a block for these, probably using some of the ones on my flowers that I'll need. just take the flowers off and pop them there. They're a little bit pinky, so I'm not going to lose them. All right. So, go away. I'm going to put my flowers down in Bailey Blush. And that'll show me where my flowers come to. So I will have, yeah, a flower here, up thereabouts, and I'll have one here, and then I'll have a different colour, but I can still do it in the Bailey Blush because it's pale. We can have one of them around there. Okay, so that will give me my base start now for where I stamp some leaves and extra bits that I might want to add on. So I'm going to stamp a leaf coming out up there. Now this will look a mess or messy because it's overlapping, but when I've put my flowers on, it'll be right. I'll have one of those there, and then the other leaf outline. Pop in there, come from there, and then on this one, I'll have one out there, maybe just one on that one actually. But what we'll do is keep building until we've got it exactly how we want it. Now I am going to stamp off, oh, I've got hair, for the infill. So this is two-step stamping, which means we've got the outline and then an infill. And because I want them quite pale, the infills, do excuse me if you see the top of my head, I apologise. Yeah, I don't want the infills too dark. I like the outline being dark. And then this one. I apologise if you can hear my cat snoring away. She's made the shelf where I keep my scrap box her home, because my scrap box has been out on my trolley for a while, so she's now decided that the shelf is now her new bed. On there. Oops, nearly. Gosh, that wouldn't have been good. Right. Let's just see where all this will come, or whereabouts we'll have all this. Something like that. Now I was wondering, because I've got, hi Carol, thanks for joining. Just documenting some of my photos from a trip to Littlehampton with Louise to see Emma. But I've got this Botanical Expressions die, and I was wondering if we could use this somehow, because it's a lovely die. just to cut some leaves that maybe could trellis along to ground that. I'm not sure. I don't know how it would work. I have used it. I know how the die works, but I'm not sure if actually it might look a bit heavy. No, maybe not. It was just a thought. I won't go for that. So I am going to mat my photos now, and I'm going to do those on to what colour shall we use for our photos? Going, no, blue doesn't look right. How about a golden glow? Just trying to figure out. Could go a golden glow. I think the Burley blush should be a bit light. I've just thought I was going to do my blending when I changed my mind in hydrangea hue, so it looked a bit more like water, but that doesn't matter. I quite like the Burley blush with those pictures, so I am going to go with that. Right, let's find some pieces that are big enough. Got my cardstock here. Let's see what we've got. We've got a couple of pieces in here. Now, these are odd shapes. I think I did cut these down to just under 4. So I will do 2 at 4 by 4 for those. I'm not sure what the other one is. Might have actually cut it. I need a new blade because my photos come printed a little less than 6 inches long. So yeah, I have cut it to more or less even it up so that I can do a 4 by 6. 4 by 6. And it's obvious that it's the one edge of my blade when I swipe down that leaves all the fluff. Okay, what have I done? I've cut another 4 by 4. Oh dear me. Concentrate. Stop talking. Haven't got another Burley blush in there. Luckily, I have another pack. I'll grab one out of there. So, try again at cutting a 4 by 6. It's been a long day. I was hoping that tonight might go a bit better than this afternoon, but it doesn't look like it's going to. Right. I will change my blade after this. But, we can just pull them off. Most of them will just rub off. So, it's unusual for me to actually have photos ready. I usually just create my pages. But I thought, being as this trip was for the summer retreat using this suite, this would be a good one to document using it. So we've got our beautiful seagulls. I love seagulls from a distance. I'm not up close and not when they pinch food. And that one is totally the wrong size. I don't know what I've done there, because that one is a different size. Okay. Oh my life. Trim that even more. That's okay. We can have slightly different borders because it's a slightly different size, but the two mats are the same size. And you know, I only cut these about an hour or so ago, and I've totally forgot what I'd cut them, and the fact that I hadn't cut them to the norm, and that I even had cut. Can't believe I've forgot I had cut them. That's just ridiculous. Right, drink a tea. I think I need more tea today. I think that's the problem. I haven't had much tea. Very nice cup of tea. Okay. We have that around there. We have that with that. And those will come above and below that. Yep, liking that. You can do that too. Oh, I tell you, it's getting worse. It is definitely getting worse. I know that. But, you know. Right. I'm going to cut my flowers, but I'm going to paper piece, but not paper piece. First, so that I've got them and then I can build around them. So I was thinking that have maybe the blue. No, I don't think the blue goes too well. I like this, so I'm thinking if we have our large flowers cut from that one, and then our small flowers from, let's see what we've got. Oh, we could use the crushed cantaloupe piece. Maybe. I just think the hydrangea hue isn't quite right. What others have we got? A golden glow. Thinking I'm quite liking keeping my flowers with the crushed cantaloupe. We could have a flowery one rather than a spotty. Thinking. I don't know which I prefer actually. The flowers would tie him. Let's get no, because I like the different texture. That's it. I've made my mind up. Being decisive, not very right. So I'm now going to stamp on crisp cantaloupe. I'm hoping colour on colour will show. My smaller flower. Yes, that shows up nice on there. Oh, it's raining again. Have you all had the rain? Has it rained for everybody today? Our water butt was empty yesterday. It's now full. It's amazing. Not sure that that is a strong enough colour, but we'll see what it's like when we've die cut it. Might end up having to stamp it in a slightly stronger colour, as we can see. We have to try these things, don't we, to see what they look like. That tape's no good. Yes, you were in Nuki with the girls, and it yeah, it threw it down last night, during the night, and then it's been on and off all day. So I went to the hospital. How did I go to the hospital? My appointment was 10:30, so I was there for about 10:15. And we went in, and we hadn't been in there that long, and it started to rain. And it's been on and off all day since then. Dell had the day off because he'd taken me to the hospital, but then he was going to work on the car and move the body. But because of the rain, he hasn't been able to do everything he wanted to do. But I'm not complaining. I'm just shocked at the amount we've had all of a sudden. For it to fill the water butt from empty in less than 24 hours. It's that's a lot of rain. Just hoping now that the garden will freshen up and we'll have a few nice days, be able to enjoy the garden while it's freshened up. I'm not certain about this. I'm going to go with it. You can see them, but I'm not sure if it's strong enough. We'll see when everything else is in place without me fixing it. I might end up doing them in Calypso Coral, just so it's a little bit deeper. I haven't done my other one, have I? And I've put that away. This one, it's got some old tape on it. It's nice to have my cats back in, to be honest, because the cats were staying out all the time. They're back in now, some more. It's still very warm. Very close in here today. All right, let's see what that looks like. Oh, that hasn't come off over. Leave that one. Right, bring this back. So if that was around there somewhere, and then that was on top, like so, and this one down here. Go it that way. Actually, that is enough on those. I like them on the paper. It's something a little bit different. Right. It does still need a little bit more because it's a little bit bare. And what I'm thinking was today I was doing different ways of getting a tone of a colour. So like we had the cardstock, the two-tone cardstock both sides, and we blended onto DSP, so that gave you another tone of it. And then I used the light blend onto white cardstock, which gave you a different one again. And I really liked the colours that this gave, so I think I'm going to use some more of these and die cut some bits out of this, because I don't want too much dark. I want more light, so I'm thinking if I cut some green bits out of this, and I think it looks quite natural as well, because it's for leaves and stuff, because it's not just one colour, it's a mix. I'm just going to cut this down and see if I can get it through the smaller machine. I have got my larger machine there if I need to, but I can get more on the desk with this one. Will it go through? Not at that. So just hold that and trim that. But yeah, I like the different variation it gives you for leaves. And it's something I have done before, probably many times, but you forget, don't you? There's all these techniques and things we do. And as you learn new ones, you forget about the old ones. And I just like going back and using them that I remember. See, that's a lovely soft green. And can I fit one more? Yes. Just on there. I'll just, oops. Like that. But yeah, we're mixing all the different ways of colour, adding colour and tones. Gives you some real nice texture as well. A couple of those. See, that hasn't coloured it all, but that's fine. I don't mind that. There's no more bits that I can die cut out that are already coloured. So we will, sounds like we can add a couple of bits in from these over the top of the other leaves that are there, which is nice. And then I'm going to, that's no good now. Let's use this bit and some more light peaceful pie. Good to, it is, isn't it? Good to revisit things. And of course, things have trends, don't they? Just going to pull up some bits very roughly. And then we'll see what we can get out of here. Just maybe some these little leaves and these as well, which will fit on there. I mean, it's like masks, isn't it, really? I mean, oh, excuse me. In what, the 90s, they were stencils, weren't they? And everyone stenciled everything. Now it's a thing to do again, but they're called masks now. In fact, have a trendier name for them. I mean, I remember my sister's home, in her kitchen, she stenciled everywhere, even at the side of the washing machine, because the side of the washing machine was open. She stenciled all over that, and I actually ended up with that washing machine in my first flat. But yeah, stenciled everything. few of these and then we can place these in wherever we fancy them. And then I think I'm going to paper piece, or not really paper piece, but you know what I mean. Some smaller flowers just to add on as well. And just die cut some flowers out of DSP, really, isn't it? Me trying to be fancy saying it's paper piecing. It's not. That was the idea I originally had today that I didn't go with. But I thought, oh, I could use the same sort of idea for this. Right. That's our last one of those. That can go in the bin. Well, in the recycling. Excuse me. And then some smaller flowers, which I need to take this stamp off and use this small flower. And I think I'll have a different colour for these. Maybe I will do hydrangea hue for these. If it's just a small, and we'll go with some of this starry paper. We can do a few of those. I've decided I've got nothing on this weekend really, so I'm going to have a crafting weekend, and I want to try as well as doing just some crafting for me. So I've got paper pumpkin kits that I need to do, and I've got my Daisy Days album kit to do. So I'm going to do some of those, and then I want to get ahead and start making projects for next month. And next month I'm going all Halloween. Halloween's not, I love Halloween. It's not normally something that I did a lot of crafting for or bought a lot of craft supplies for. But this year I've bought a suite of products, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to use that and make some nice Halloween bits and bobs. Because we decorate my season tree for Halloween, so it's nice to have some bits about as well. And plus, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? We all like to have a bit of fun. All right, I love this little flower. Quite fiddly, but I do love it. It's very cute. I'll just do 5 of these, and then I'm hoping that should be enough of everything that we need. We can just pop it all together. My journaling I'm going to do at a later date. Hopefully I'll have it done for next week to show you. But I want to print it and do it in strips. It's a way I've seen it done quite a lot of late. I know I'd seen Pamela Blackwell do it. She does it quite a lot and it looks really nice. And then Sarah Sayers had done it on her last. You have just pre-ordered the new sunflower sweet. Ooh, very nice. Did you have a sneaky order with the double rewards? I did. Mine was only little though. I popped the witch's hat kit in, and I needed some glue and some basic white cardstock, and I thought, well, now's the time to stock up on them. The sunflower papers I have seen. I have got. Well, no, yeah, sort of. It was a gift I had from when we went to Birmingham. I had the sunflower papers. And because of the amount of stuff I've already got, I was like, do I want another pack of papers to open and try and use? I don't want to waste a lot of product when I've already got a lot, because if I opened them and used them, it would just be because I've got them for the sake of it. So I was like, no. So actually Emma's buying them off me. So I can put the money towards something else. But they are very pretty. Very pretty. Right. So I think now we're at a time where we can glue things down, and then anything else we can add on, because I don't glue right to the edges, so that I can maneuver things underneath should I want to. And I'm going to go there. That looks good to me. Looks level-ish. Yeah. And then we'll pop this one on. I want to try and keep my margins similar. I know they're not going to be the same, but the two edge ones similar. Okay, and then pop this one on. But there is so much lovely stuff. I would love to buy it all. Unfortunately, yes, but use your rewards as well. Yeah, good idea. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't afford to buy it all. Right, so I'm going to pop these on dimensionals. I have a bit of Christmas stuff. I have my Halloween, and then I've got other stuff that will last me through that I can use with bits of other things. So other than stocking up on things like cardstock and essentials, I'm trying not to buy anything for a while. And I want to make sure I use what I've got. I'm doing quite well at it at the moment. That's why I started doing product spotlight monthly, so that I actually used what I've got. I used to do it weekly, and I was just, the turnover of stuff was just too much for me to keep up with. But this way, it's really nice. I get to make the most of a sweet or product. There. Beautiful. Right, let's have these here. And then because that's the way it is, because it bends the opposite way, I am going to pull those off. I'll just tuck under there a bit better. Sometimes we have to prune our foliage for it to sit right. Yeah, that's slightly. Beautiful. I do love this bit of foliage. I have used it a lot. I shall use it a lot more. I just think it's really pretty and very useful. It's just a nice size. All right, so let's grab some of these other leaves, which we can pop in, and some of our little blue flowers. I'm just going to use the back. I don't know what I said. It's because I looked at the back of that, and it's the back of that. I'm just going to use just a little bit of glue on these. Don't want no more height on anything. And then one of these little leaves, just slightly different leaf, can just come behind there. Nice. I think that might just need, yeah, one on there too. And then I have a little blue flower up there. Come on. Thank you. The little leaf. I want it that side or that side. Okay. Go this side. Under. Okay. Yep. And then a couple of flowers on here. Do I want them? No, I'm going to pop these around down here. I like the idea of that. Some little extras around and about. Bits of foliage. Looking pretty. That one and that. Where are those two tiny little flower leaves that I pulled off? Because we can use those. No need to waste. They'll go perfectly under that little flower. And then put up some foliage on that one. Now obviously my title is going to be on my other one that I'm going to make to go alongside this, hopefully next week. I'm hoping my photos will be here for then. Just like bits of foliage springing out. Especially the fact that they're all slightly different colours. I think it looks really good. I'm going to add that last leaf in. There. Just a little bit sticking out there. Nice. Right. So I've got my little bit that you possibly can't see of blending in the background, but I am going to, we've got a little star stamp in this. So I am going to bring that in. Clean that off. And I think I want it subtle. But the Early Blush isn't going to be enough. I'm wondering if Golden Glow stamped off might be the way to go. We can see on a bit of paper. Quite like that actually. Let's just try that here. Yes. Not very in your face there either if it hadn't have looked right. Let me just move that. Not very good at doing it left-handed. Move that out the way slightly. I can stamp under it. Beautiful. And then one over here. I like putting these in threes. They look good in sets of 3. Didn't stamp that one off very well at all. Another one up there. And then maybe just one around this one. Yeah. And then we'll have our embellishments as well. But then I am thinking maybe we do need a little bit something. I'm going to cut. Oh, in fact, got these, haven't I? So there will be some strips which will have writing on here. So that will fill that. So I'm just going to place that so you've got an idea, excuse me, of where that will be. And helps me visualize where else I need to go to. But I'm thinking once we've got our embellishments, we might be there. Where have I put my embellishments? Oh, I pulled out actually to use some gold butterflies. Gilded wings accents. Now let me check. They were on the last chance. Let me just check. Yeah, they're still on the last chance. They're down to £6.65 now. So there's a good bargain there. As you can see, I've not used any. And it's not because I don't like them. It's just I haven't got round to using them. I haven't looked right with what I've been doing, but I think on here they will look quite nice. Some nice little golden butterflies. Oops. Trying to find some that aren't too big. I wanted one that's got some detail to it, but the smallest is this one. I'm not sure if that's still going to be a bit heavy. I'll try punching everything out of it. We'll see. I'm not a butterfly lover. I know everyone's going to come at me in the comments because most people love butterfly. I love real butterflies. But I've only ever brought, I believe, one stamp set that's a butterfly. And that was the big, large butterfly that we had. And I don't believe I've brought any others. But I thought, you know what, I quite liked these. And I thought it'd be nice to add on to projects. And I've been a bit rubbish at it, to be honest. Yeah, I'll see. Oh gosh, come on. They take a while to poke out because I want to be careful poking them because I don't want to rip the gilding off the card. Right. Let's see. Actually, that's not too bad at all, is it, on there? Oh. If we just had it on a flower. I like it there because it breaks up that, but I've got too much heaviness around. So let's have, don't think I want a larger one. I think a larger one would be too large. So that's a slightly different one of the same size. And then we'll another one of these smaller plain ones. So that will give us 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll have another little one that's slightly different. We'll go with that one. All right, let's see what we've got there. Let's do a little poking again. They're very delicate. They are beautiful. My favourite butterfly embellishment has been the brushed brass butterflies that we had. I love those. I use those on so many things. I am loving the in colour butterflies that comes with this suite. I think they are just adorable. So maybe I am becoming a bit more of a lover of butterflies. I love how you can do lots of pretty colours with butterflies. Seen some gorgeous makes. Using lots of gorgeous colours. Maybe that needs to be a thing for me for next year if we have a new butterfly stamp. So go with the butterflies. See what I can do with butterflies. Right. Nearly there. Sorry it's taking me so long. It will be worth it, I promise. Right. That one. Oops. Couple more. There we go. Right. And then just neaten these where I've popped them out. It's pulled the gilding not off the card for the butterfly, off that surrounding it as long as you push them up. I just want to tidy the edges a little bit. Fold it back under where it should be. They are very beautiful. Right. Oh, well, should have done that over the bin, really, shouldn't I? Never mind. Oh, we can have. See, like, don't mind one up there. And maybe one down here. And then we've got one. Quite like that. There, maybe. Like it being slightly on it. And they're all sort of fluttering away over there. That'd be better swapped. No, that's too big from the middle. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking something like that. So I'll get some glue. I'll just glue down on the body. And I like these because they're just cardstock on the back. You can just glue them straight down. The glue will take quickly. It's got something to adhere to. Come on. Thank you. This one, I suppose you could layer these up. That'd possibly be quite nice. Different size ones if you had them on something and the wings sticking up. Cute, maybe. There we go. They're all flying off. So I'm not sure if we actually need any of our little butterflies. But maybe mixing a few of those in as well would let's try. Yeah, not against that at all. This colour, 3. Over the Burley blush. One more. I'll use another. Oh, I haven't used a piece of pine yet, so we've got one of each just up there with that one. And I do believe I'm done. And we've got lots of butterflies, even though there's no butterflies in my papers, in my pictures. We've got lots of butterflies. So yeah, so that'll be my journaling when I've done that. Just there. Which I think will look nice. And the title will be on my other page. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I like that. This sweet is just so pretty. Thank you, Carol. They are gorgeous, aren't they? Beating myself up a little bit now that I haven't used them before and used more of them. Gosh, yeah, they are really pretty. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, very rude of me. I do apologise. Right, so thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Do have a lovely weekend, and I will see you all next week. And Carol, I will join you on Monday and Tuesday if you're on next week. See you all then. Bye.